guys, James Howard here, doing another video for wecaninspire.net. Today we're going to be talking about the order of sharps and flats and how we can use those to determine what notes are in a given key. Before I get to that though, I just want to remind you to hit those like and subscribe buttons. It helps us out quite a bit. Anyway, so what we're going to start with is the C major scale, like we usually do. So the C major scale is on the piano, just all the white keys starting from C and ending on C and coming back. So that is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Now, the way that we think about that scale is in terms of how far each note is from the note prior to it and the note following it. So C major essentially breaks down from starting on your root note C, you'll go a whole step, a half step, another whole step, another whole step, another whole step, and a half step. And I have that pattern written up here on the board. It is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Whole, 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 half, whole, 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 half. Now, the way that we sort of construct all the keys is using the circle of fifths. So if I take this whole, whole, half pattern and I sort of apply it to the scale starting 1/5 higher, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in C major, that's G. So starting from C, we go to G, and we're going to construct that same scale using whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So we start with G, come up a whole step, come up another whole step, then a half step, whole, 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 whoops. I'm going to do that again because I didn't play the right note. So we go whole, there, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now if we notice, the only note that actually is different between the C major and the G major scales is this F sharp. All the other notes were the same notes, but starting and ending on different notes. We had the G, A, B, C, D, E. Those were all notes that appeared in the C major scale. The only new note was F sharp, right? So that gives us our G major scale. All the white keys except for F sharp, starting on G and ending on G. Now, if we go one step further up the circle of fifths, well, we want to start on the fifth of G, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's D. D is the fifth of G. If we start on D and we sort of derive our major scale using the whole, whole, half system, then it sounds like this. We start with D, we go up a whole step to E, another whole step to F sharp, a half step to G, a whole step to A, a whole step to B, a whole step to C sharp, and a half step to D. Now, if we compare the notes in D to the notes in G, we see that the only note that's different is C sharp, right? In D, C sharp was the 7th note. If we keep going through the circle of fifths, the fifth of D is A. We'll do it one more time. It has that same F sharp and C sharp that we had in D, but we introduce an additional sharp of G sharp. Now, the pattern that allows us to make this into sort of an algorithmic way to look at it is that the new sharp that is added every time is the 7th note of the scale. In A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, G sharp was our new sharp. We can also find that new sharp by just taking our root note and moving down a half step to G sharp. Okay? All right, so now we've got some stuff written on the board, some new stuff. And this is the order of flats. Notice that it is the order of sharps backwards, like I said before. So we remember this with the mnemonic, battle ends and down goes Charles' father. So the way that we do this rule, we apply this rule to major keys whose roots are named with a flat. So like B flat, E flat, both major, B flat major, A flat major, E flat major, D flat major. We usually don't call things C flat because that's B, right? And we don't call things F flat because that's E. So now, here's the algorithm for how you can figure out what notes are in a major key who is flatted. So what we need to memorize that F major has one flat, and that's B flat, okay? And that comes from moving down the circle of fourths from C to F. That's what F major sounds like. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, E, D, so on and so forth. Now, as we move down fourths, we're going to be adding one flat every time. So in B flat, the way that I figure out what notes are in it algorithmically is I go to B in the order of flats. So I know that I'm in B flat major, right? So I'm going to take all the flats up to B plus 1. So B flat major has B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. Okay? So now, if I move further down the circle of fourths from B flat to E flat is the next one. E flat major is named E flat, so I go to E on the order flats, and I take all of the flats up to E plus 1. So I know that E flat major should have B flat, E flat, and A flat in it. So it sounds like this. Okay, and that was E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. If I go further from E flat, the 4 is A flat. So A flat major, I go to A in the order of flats. I take all these flats plus 1. A flat major sounds like this. A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat. Okay? So that pattern is going to continue. I'll finish it out. D flat major, which is the fourth of A flat major. D flat major, okay, I see it's named D flat major, so I go up the order of flats to D, and I take one additional sharp, which is G flat. So we have B, E, A, D, and G all flat in D flat major. Okay? That is where the practicality of the order of flats ends, because once I get to C flat major, well, that's B major. We already covered that in the order of sharps, right? But you can look at it either way. That was a little sloppy, but I hope you'll forgive me for that. Anyway, that brings this video to a conclusion. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, we can inspire. Hey, hope you learned something from me today. If you're interested in taking lessons from me and you're in the greater San Diego area, I do private lessons, and you can contact me about that via jameshoward90@gmail.com. That's clearly an email address. If you're not in San Diego, that's fine. I do offer lessons through Skype, and you can contact me at the same email address, jameshoward90@gmail.com. Thank you for watching wecaninspire.net content, and have a great day.